somebody's being racist to you, right? Now we're looking at it from a Muslim point of view. How should we respond back to them, but in a way where we can educate them and make them understand Islamically, racism is not something that we should follow or continue inspiring people to continue being racist. Now, how can we respond back to those people? If you don't mind, Sheikh.
Okay, I think two very important points on that, and let me mention the second one first. I was just reading a book. I read it before, and I was happened to read it this week. It's a refutation of Arab nationalism by Sheikh Abdul Aziz bin Baz, rahimahullah ta'ala. He says something very important in the introduction. He goes, look, in the Arabic, he says, وَمِنَ الْمَعْلُومِ بِالدِّينِ بِالضَّرُورَةِ أَنَّ الْقَوْمِيَّةَ الْعَرَبِيَّةَ وَغَيْرِهَا مِنَ الْقَوْمِيَّاتِ. He says, دَعْوَةٌ باطلة خطأ عظيم ظاهر something that's jahiliyyah. Basically he's saying, and that Arab nationalism, and he rahimahullah, he wrote this in the 60s when Arab nationalism peaked. The Messenger of Allah was an Arab. Abu Bakr radiallahu was an Arab. Umar ibn Khattab, Arab. Uthman ibn Affan, Ali ibn Abi Talib, Arabs. But still, the solution is not a separation.
Sure.
We are one people as Muslims. Right. We are one community as... So we don't separate from other Muslims.
Sure.
You call out, and the second point is, you call out the racism, you educate the people, and you teach them, as Ustad Muawiyah mentioned, our texts and our guidance and our values are very, very, very clear. And it's not kind of like, how do you say, you need in-depth study to understand those clear ayats and clear ahadith. So it just needs to be mentioned and implemented.
Ustad Muawiyah, you can take some that one, inshallah?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that came up when we was doing our discussions, in our discussion we recorded before, was that it's actually very interesting that Islam, as a religion, it's unique in many ways, and in this way is also very unique, in the sense that all other religions, including Christianity, all have manifest within them racism, whereby when a nation manifests and exhibits racism publicly, institutionally, you find that in their religion they will support it with their text. Whether it be Hinduism, we know about the caste system, whether it be the Christianity or Judaism, believing that they are the chosen race, whatever the case may be, they all have elements where they can prove some level of racism. Whereas in Al-Islam, there is nothing in there that you can ever support an iota of racism. And therefore, when Muslims do exhibit racism, it's actually an uphill struggle because they've got nothing to back up their claims, nothing to support their ideologies and their falsehood. And it's actually an easier task for a Muslim to teach another Muslim not to be racist, because all you have to do is teach them Al-Islam.
No.
Islam, I would even go as far as to say that racism is spoken against as much as affairs of Tawheed. Because you find that the very beginning of mankind, we have an example of racism in terms of Iblis. At the very start of the whole journey of mankind, in the beginning of a whole saga of mankind, we find at the beginning of it is a statement, I am better than him, he is, and I am. And what's even more ironic is that Iblis was rebuked for his false statement.
Right.
And his statement is actually more true than a racist. Because Iblis actually is different than Adam. He actually is a different creature. Whereas a white person or an Arab person or an African person, we are actually all the same. Sure. So they even have less of a claim to such a statement than Iblis. So you can almost say in some aspects, I'm not saying they were, not saying they are, but in some aspects, especially in this element, they're actually worse than Iblis.
SubhanAllah.